this is truly just a day in my life. I'm definitely already feeling a little overwhelmed and stressed out, overstimulated. Are you gonna take a nap for me?
No!
Oh, no, okay. Nope. Hello and welcome to a day in the life as a stay-at-home mom and a small business owner. So it's the day after Easter and we just got back from a long weekend trip visiting my family on Long Island. So it is my first day back at home with the kids, just doing my regular life. So we just got up and got dressed. It is now already 9 o'clock, but we are having smoothies. My husband usually makes smoothies in the morning before he leaves, and then he always makes an extra one for our kids. I don't really like smoothies, so that's why I don't have one. Is this good? You drink out of your straw. So while my kids drink their smoothie, I usually just have my green drink. I just use the AG1.
Can I shake it?
You shake it. So the kids are already off playing. They basically finished their smoothie, and I was gonna make some waffles or something to go along with the smoothies, but I think we might just do a snack in a little bit, and I might do some waffles or pancakes for lunchtime. We don't have a lot of food in the house, so we desperately need to go grocery shopping. So one of the things I'm going to work on today is putting in a grocery order, and then usually when I do that, my husband will pick it up on his way home from work, which is really nice. My husband also makes us sourdough bread, and he just took out a cinnamon raisin loaf. So I'm going to have some cinnamon raisin bread for breakfast. And then after I'm done with breakfast, and they are... Wow, yes, I can hear you.
Fire truck.
Fire truck?
Yes.
So once they're done going crazy in the house and I'm done eating breakfast, I'm going to see if I can send them outside, and then I can hopefully get some work done a little bit on my computer. Alright, so I'm answering emails, and then I had an Easter sale going on, which is still up on my website, so I need to take that down. So I'm going to work on that while I'm eating breakfast. My toast is still not done yet because the temperature had been turned all the way to basically nothing, so it wasn't toasting at all. So round 2 of toasting my toast, and hopefully it actually works this time so I can eat breakfast. But I see a few emails that I need to answer. Every now and then I get some emails about not being able to find the tutorials purchased on their accounts. Typically it's because they check out as guests and their purchases are not connected or attached to their account. So I need to go in on the back end. Oh, my toast is ready.
Mommy, ready.
Yes, ready.
I got
Don't, no, it's hot. You can't touch it, okay?
it.
That's his new way of answering us. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to work on getting that fixed for that customer, and then of course taking down all of the Easter sales, which takes a little bit of time. And then after that, there is so much to be done on the business side and personal side of things. We have a ton of laundry that needs to be done. Grocery shopping, of course. We need to go over to my parents' house later to check in on their house. Which that's some really exciting news, is that my parents just recently got a house that is pretty close to us. And while they're away from their new house, we're going to be going in and checking in to make sure that everything is looking okay at the house. So we'll be doing that later tonight once my husband gets home. Still need to figure out when we're going to be eating for dinner and what we're going to be eating for dinner. But we'll take it one step at a time. I'm definitely already feeling a little overwhelmed and stressed out, overstimulated, with the kids being a little bit rowdy. And I've already been finding it hard to find the time to sit down and talk and record without it being just overwhelmingly loud. But once I am done eating, I'm hoping that they want to go outside and play. It's a little bit gloomy out, but it's supposed to be on the warmer side, so should be good with some sweatshirts. Toast is ready, and now I can eat. So it's now like 2 hours later. This morning has not been going as planned. As far as business, I was able to get all the emails answered that I need to get answered, and I was able to take down my sale and make some updates there. But as far as like kids, thank you. But we've been dealing with some just hard situations with the kids this morning. So I'm glad that I at least got everything done on the computer that needed to be done as of right now. As far as the mom side of things, it's been a pretty difficult morning that has taken a lot out of me. Just dealing with a particular situation with one of my children. It's just required a lot of attention. But yeah, at this current moment, still kind of working through it and going through it. We haven't been able to get outside yet, which I was really hoping to get outside, especially for the sake of my 2-year-old son, who has been really fighting his naps a lot recently. We more recently switched to a toddler bed, so I think that may be kind of part of it, but I've noticed that when we go outside and we're kind of really busy and he's just being super active, that he's more willing to just fall asleep and take his naps. And nap time during the day for me has been super important for getting my work done. He's not quite in the stage yet where he is able to kind of do a quiet time that doesn't require me to constantly be redirecting and helping him through kind of that quiet time. Whereas my 4-year-old does much better with quiet time. My 4-year-old, she doesn't nap anymore, but she does really good quiet times. We have a whole cabinet, which I'll show you in a little bit, of just all of her quiet time stuff that little brother is not allowed in. So she has like her puzzles and coloring. And for the most part, she does a really great quiet time. We've kind of set up a whole system. We have a kind of a rewards chart of like if she does a good quiet time at the end of the week on Friday. She gets to pick out something from her prize store, which she really enjoys. It's 11:26. We usually do lunch in about an hour or so. I'm really hoping that we can still get him outside so he can just run around and get some fresh air. So the number one most important thing that we use for our quiet time is Tony Box. So you just put the little figure on it.
It's Chase on the case. I'm ready.
And then it just plays songs and stories. Big fans of the Paw Patrol ones. And recently Lightning McQueen too, that has also been one of her favorites. Also, we got little man out there playing finally while he's eating his snacks at the picnic bench, but at least he's outside for a little bit. Okay, and then in here we have the quiet time activity cabinet. So up here is kind of like the bigger things. This box is for outside toys, and then this is stuff that we only take out occasionally. All right, then here we have lots of coloring books down here, and then lots of different activity books. And then she really loves puzzles, so we have lots of different puzzles. Stack Your Chickens is also a really great game, which we love. This is a magnetic doll dress-up thing. Again, more puzzles. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. That's in the cabinet. Lots of like creative, fun, hands-on activities that are really great for staying quiet while little brother tries to nap. So it's 12:15 now, and it's time to make some lunch for the kids. Probably gonna make mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna have some leftover chipotle that we had from this weekend, and then hopefully he takes a nap today. I was planning on making a blanket to do some content creation with that for today or tomorrow. We'll see if I'm able to do that. I'm only gonna be able to do that if he actually falls asleep and takes a nap. If he doesn't, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make a full blanket. And then I'm also gonna need to pack some orders as well, which I have a feeling I'm not gonna get to during nap time, so that may have to happen later tonight, packing those orders. So we'll see, but for right now, I'm gonna focus on getting lunch done. So I'm currently making mac and cheese, and then the kids are cleaning up their blocks. So I put on a little cleanup timer to help them with their cleaning up. So in a few minutes, we will eat lunch. I feel like my hair is in such a weird stage where it just doesn't go in a bun well. And I wear my hair in a bun every single day because doing my hair is just, it takes a lot of work. I haven't done my hair in a long time, and getting it to stay in a bun like I have all this weird extra stuff. I'm trying to make it work and I fix it way too many times in a day. But anyway, that's just real life right here, mom life. Oh. This is just my reality of where I'm at in life right now. And it's like I've worn it up so much now that when it's down, it feels like even more overstimulating having like my hair in my face. So I've just gotten so used to it just being up to where I just love having it up and out of my face. But anyway, time to drain the pasta and get lunch plated up. I feel like this Chipotle leftovers was the perfect pick-me-up for my day. It's been a rough morning so far, so I'm glad that I have at least good food to eat. How's your mac and cheese?
Good. Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Are you gonna take a nap for me?
No.
Oh, no, okay. Nope. Lunch is done and now it's nap time, so we are cleaning up all of the books from the room so we can have an undistracted nap time. Thank you. So, wish me luck putting him down to sleep. That he'll actually nap for me. So just a little bit of reality of being a mom to toddlers and also working on my small business at home full time is that there's just a lot of adjustments that need to be made throughout the day, and how I have pictured the day going oftentimes is just not going to be what ends up happening. So I'm definitely not going to be getting to the blanket that I wanted to make today. I was hoping to make a blanket while also doing a lot of different ideas and contents using that one blanket, and with that one blanket being able to make 3 different videos that I would come out with like within the next month. But if I don't get it done today, it's not that big of a deal. I can come up with some, because I was going to use one of those videos today as a social media post, but unfortunately, since I'm not going to be doing that, I will just come up with something quick that I can get done. And then I also just really need to prioritize meal planning so that we have meals for the week. It's only Monday, but I know that it's just going to get harder and harder to meal plan and get groceries as the week goes on. Plus, we're really running low on food. So of course, I need to make sure that we have food in the house and that I have meals that I know that I can get to throughout the week. So I definitely need to prioritize that. And then I know if I wait any longer, then I'm not going to be able to get the pickup, and I'm going to have to pick it up tomorrow if I don't get that order in pretty soon. So that's just a little bit of reality of my day so far. I feel like part of me just wants to like stop the video and just kind of give up and try to do a day in the life with me another day. But we're just going to keep going because this is truly just a day in my life. Things just don't go as planned, and I often can't get things done on the business side when family life and personal life needs to take priority. So I feel like kind of finding the time to film has taken up a little bit of the day, but it's not too much because I just need to pull out the camera real quick. I'm not doing any editing, so that's kind of nice. I can just pull out my camera, record for a minute, 5 minutes, and then just be done with that until the next time I pull out my camera. But anyway, so I'm not sure if my son is going to fall asleep. It sounded, I've already gone in there once to help him try to go to sleep. He's quiet right now, which is good. So maybe he has fallen asleep or he's about to fall asleep. But then we're still continuing to have some of those struggles that I talked about a little bit earlier with one of the kids. So I'm hoping that will resolve itself shortly, but that's also just another reason that I'm just not going to be able to get to that blanket today because I need to attend to those needs of my child. So anyway, the plan for quiet time and nap time, as long as, nap time actually happens, is to just meal plan and get my grocery order in so we can pick that up later. And then I'm going to do my social media posts, so that is figuring out the content that I want to make for my social media, all of my social media accounts, and then just do a quick recording. Or sometimes when I'm in this situation, I'll just go back to content or other videos that I've done in the past and kind of recreate another video out of those. So then once I figure that out and get all that content kind of accumulated and all ready to go, I'll upload it to all of my social media accounts. And then from there, if I have time left over and I still have the energy, I'm going to start packing orders, which are pretty much just DIY kits, I think. But yeah, that's the plan for this afternoon, and I will check in with you later. So it's now a few hours later. I was able to get meal planning done and get an order in for pickup. So we're going to pick up the grocery order in just a little bit. And I was able to get the social media side of my business done. But baby boy did take his nap, thankfully. But he definitely woke up a little bit grumpy from his nap, which is okay. We did do a snack after his nap, which I showed you that little clip of them eating their apples and listening to the tracker from Paw Patrol, Tony. And after that, they went outside for a little bit. I continued to deal with one of the situations with one of my kiddos pretty much throughout the entire day, just up until like literally a few minutes ago. We finally had some success, which I know I'm being a little bit vague about that situation, but that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. My husband just got home a little bit ago. We are going to go drive over to my parents' house just to check on the house, feed the fish to make sure everything is okay while they are away. And then we are going to head over to pick up the groceries. So we have our groceries. And then once we get home, we're going to do some dinner, and we're probably just going to make some waffles or something for dinner and keep it nice and easy instead of cooking a whole entire meal. So I will probably just turn on the camera again once we're at my parents' house, show you kind of us feeding the fish, and yeah. So we are back from my parents' house from checking on it, picked up the groceries, and now I am making sourdough oat waffles. So I haven't made these before, so hopefully they taste good. Dinner is almost ready. We have waffles, strawberries, whipped cream, and maple syrup. The kids are being very loud and having fun on their scooters and little ride-on trucks. And Matthew is also over here doing the dishes, but we're just waiting on our waffles and then we're gonna eat. Matthew is finishing up with the kids for bedtime. Dinner was delicious and fun to do breakfast for dinner. We always kind of lean towards breakfast for dinner when we are running low on food, even though we picked up groceries. But anyway, so now I'm gonna start working on packing orders, and Matthew will join me in a little bit. I only have a few orders, not too many, but I've already started printing out some of the shipping labels right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on that. It's already 8:30. It was more of a late night. We usually try to get the kids to bed around like 7:30 or so. Thankfully, it won't take too long to get these orders packed. So orders are all finished and packed up thanks to my husband for helping me with that. So they are all at the door now, which will be ready for pickup tomorrow. I just finished putting in the pickup order. I love being able to have the pickup. Being a stay-at-home mom and having my two little ones, it's definitely a lot easier to have that pickup option. And I'm so thankful for my mail lady. She is the best and she is so great with the kids as well. So that is pretty much it for the day in my life. I think for the rest of the night. It's 9:30 now, so I think I'll be going to bed within the next hour or two. I am not knitting anything today, and I actually haven't knit anything in quite a few days because we were away and I didn't bring any yarn with me. But I don't really have any markets to prep for, or I'm not planning on designing anything really, well, except for the hippo pattern, because the hippo pattern is coming out hopefully soon. It definitely takes a little bit longer because it's a bigger stuffy, but I am hoping to kind of do a 2-in-1 hippo pattern, but it may just end up being the one because I redesigned the face and I absolutely love the face and I felt like it needed 2 different body options, and kind of the route that I was going with, it just wasn't quite working out for that second body. So I may just stick to the one, but I am going to give it a few more tries. I do have another idea for a different body as well. So I am working with possibly 3 different bodies for the hippo. I don't know. This pattern is definitely taking me quite some time to get down, and I just want to make sure that the pattern is perfect before I release it, of course. So I will continue working on that this week, and hopefully there will be a tester call at some point for Humphrey the hippo. Yeah, days like this, it can be hard to figure out. I have the time to even sit down and record a video tutorial. Yeah, that's just a little look into the day in my life as a stay-at-home mom and a small business owner. Things don't always go as planned, and definitely unexpected things come up that I just was not planning on. My number one priority is to meet the needs of my children before my business. Sometimes it can definitely be hard to do that when I just have things in my head and I want to get it done for today, like being able to do a blanket today. It just didn't get to it because there were just needs that needed to be met by my children, but I am so grateful for them and they're such a blessing in my life, and I honestly just don't know what I would do without them, although there is a lot that goes on throughout the day. But once we get to the end of the day, I always check on them before I go to sleep, and they're, just sleeping so peacefully and so adorable and just the cutest little things. So I am so grateful for them, and I'm also grateful to be able to do this business and my job so they can see me working hard and doing something that I love. They've definitely seen me through the highs and lows of my business. So anyway, I'm tired, but so it is time for me to go to bed. Thanks so much for tuning in and kind of spending the day with me. I hope it wasn't too boring, but if you would like to see more of these from me, let me know. I'm hoping to do them a little more, maybe like 4 times a year with kind of each season. Every day is drastically different in terms as things that I can get done or not get done, or little adventures that I do with my kids. Yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, depending on what time of the day it is for you.